Good evening, Worldsurfers. It's so nice to be able to go to a Toastmasters event where you have shorts on. My name is Travis Bailey, and I am an American. I'm from Washington, D.C., and I'm excited to be here. I just signed up for the program, Toastmasters, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm really excited to be now a full-fledged member. There's so many opportunities with Toastmasters, and after years of attending some incredible meetings, I'm now going to be a member of your organization primarily, but I have the opportunity to speak all over the world, which is exciting. A little bit more about myself. I grew up in rural Idaho, which is in the western part of the United States. I have lived most of my life in Washington, D.C., which is the capital of America. I'm here in Russia for ideological reasons. I really love Russia. I am an attorney, a lawyer in both America and in Washington, in Russia. In America, I was doing what's called contracts and helping people get sued in court, and then also helping basically people that had no money and they were losing their house in real estate, and also in bankruptcy. I've been off and on here since 2015. I love Russia. I am in the process of becoming a Russian citizen. I need some paperwork, and if it wasn't for coronavirus, I would already be a permanent Russian resident. So I'm excited about that. But enough about myself. We'll get to know each other more and more. I've seen many of you and been blessed to meet many of you in the past 5 years being here. I wanted to talk a little bit about a book that I'm writing. We have 6 authors that are writing this book. I am the primary co-founder of this book. It's going to be my 3rd book, and it's called Why Don't Russians Smile? So why don't Russians smile? I'm going to show you this beautiful graph that was created 20 years ago. And it's a beautiful explanation that explains everything. These authors, they talk about Americans being peaches and Russians being coconuts. And that may sound strange. Let me explain this. Again, Americans are peaches and Russians are coconuts. With Americans, they smile frequently at strangers, as we all know. Americans, they quickly move to first name usage. They openly share information about themselves. They'll explain about their family, where they grew up, and even some personal things to strangers. They ask personal questions about people they hardly know. Where did you grow up? What's your job? Also, peaches. After a little frequent interaction with these peaches, you realize that there's this hard shell, a pit that you can't get past. And this is where the peaches, the Americans, they hold their true self. And the analogy that the Soviet Union had about Americans, how they had a mask is so true. There is a mask there. Now, let's take Russians on the other side. And this includes coconut cultures, including Germany, Poland, and France. These people are initially, they're more closed off, and they don't have if they don't have friendships, they're closed off. They rarely smile at strangers, which is very off-putting and surprising to peach Americans and Brazilian peaches too. They rarely ask casual acquaintances personal questions. They do not offer personal information to those that they don't know intimately. So you're not going to ask like, oh, how many kids you have and where did you grow up, to somebody that you really don't know. It's going to take just maybe a few interactions before you start asking really personal questions. But the great thing about coconuts, and the reason why I love Russia, is that if you get past that hard shell, which has been described by some people as an egg, there's a beauty there and a warmth that makes me such a Russian patriot and makes me so happy to be here at Worldsurfers. And I just wanted to thank you for your time, and I look forward to meeting every one of you.